I got one of my favorite family members coming on today. It is my cousin, Clayton Brown. Yo, this guy is by far the nicest dude you'll ever meet. And today, we're getting deep. Let's go. My question for you is, how did you know that this was your purpose?
How do I know it's my purpose? We'll start out obviously with I was talking about with my wife. From the time like I saw her, I just kind of I felt something. You know what I'm saying? I just felt something. I knew that was me. And she was supposed to be mine. I was supposed to be hers. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to get too overly deep into it, but it was just like a knowing. You know what I'm saying? And as far as like with my career path, actually, when I first started off college, I was actually going to be a veterinarian because I love animals. As you know. And I always saw myself having a career with animals. And once I got into it, it was cool. It was everything I was interested in, but it just kind of left a little empty feeling in me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really feel like I was meeting the people I was supposed to be meeting and doing the things I was supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And so I made that change, and like I said, I might not make the most money or anything like that, but it's a very fulfilling thing that I do. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So hold on a second. How do you go from vets to old people? Like, is that normal? You know what I'm saying? Like you just like helping everything. Like, what does that look like to you? How did that even come about?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's not like I said, I'm working with seniors and disabled people right now. Right. But over my career, I would say over the last, 7 to 8 years, I've worked with all age ranges. I've worked with, kids and adolescents. I worked in a family shelter, so it was family. So, you had the mothers and the fathers plus the kids. Now, like I said, now I'm working with seniors, so it's not necessarily just that one population I work with. If I can help people, I can help people. And actually, really, eventually, I do want to kind of get back to working with more adolescents because I do kind of feel like that's what I'm kind of the best at. But like I said, wherever I'm at, I try to help, try to do what I can, and So.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So the world doesn't know this, right? But you're an athlete. I remember watching you in like a championship collegiate football game. I watched you play, playoffs when you were in high school. I know you were coaching track. I know you were working at a homeless shelter, and now you're working in social services. I think my question to you is, you could be making a whole lot more money doing something else. Like you get a whole lot more money and probably not as much impact. So my question, why do you do what you do?
Like I said, I don't know. I think it fulfills me. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people are in empty jobs where, like I said, they make a lot of money. And at the end of the day, sometimes I think they come home and look in the mirror and it's like, my bank account looks good. You know what I'm saying? But what am I doing for humanity? What am I doing for my neighbor? You know what I'm saying? And so, at the end of the day, whenever I get laid to rest, you know what I'm saying? I don't want people just to go up and say, oh, well, Clayton, he had a lot of nice cars, he had a lot of money, he had a lot of this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think back to both of our grandfathers, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think either one of them was the richest man on the planet, but whatever they said held a lot of weight, you know what I'm saying? And I think at both of those services, you could actually tell that they made a real impact in their world. And I think that's really what's important,
Yeah. So I got to ask you, so right now, it seems like if you're working for social services, you're working for the state of Ohio or you're working for the government, right?
I work for a company. It's called Millennia Housing Management, but I am a grant-funded service coordinator through HUD. So.
Now, with the stuff that's been going on in the news, the civil unrest, the stuff, the political climate that's going on, what is it like working in social services right now?
It's kind of an interesting time just because. There's a whole lot of unknowns, you know what I'm saying? And so, one part of my job is, I'm working with, these elderly and disabled people. And, part of my job is to help get them the services to stay housed, you know what I'm saying? Stay where they're living at, you know, so they won't become homeless. And so, you know, sometimes you have people for whatever situation, you know, they kind of fall in hard times, you know, and they come to me and say, well, you know, okay, can you help me out so I don't get evicted and so I won't be out on the street? And so, you know, and other times where, you know, it was really easy, I pick up the phone, I make a call, you know what I'm saying, pull a few strings and, you know, everybody's good. But, you know, now it's just like, okay, well, I'm going to have to do a little bit more work to see where we can get this money, to see what we can get these services. So, you know, make sure that you're good. So it is a little bit of a crazy time just because, you know, these are people that are already at risk, you know what I'm saying? And now they're even more at risk, you know? So it's just an interesting time.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Definitely sounds like it. And now I got another question for you. If you could say one quick story of victory, right? Like this is a story that happened that you were a part of, and like this right here, this represents what I'm about. This represents my purpose. This represents me. Like what is the story of victory that is going on in your workplace, right? That you were like, that's why I do my job.
Let me see. There's so many, but just to pull a few. Now I'll go back to when I worked at the shelter. I remember there was a family, and you know, it was actually it was a single mom and her daughter, and so they had came from out of state because of an abusive situation that they were living in, and so, you know, basically mom packed her and her daughter up in the middle of the night, you know, and came to Ohio without any money, you know, no family, no nothing really. And so it was, you know, it was kind of a struggle getting them on track, you know what I'm saying? And we got mom housed, we got her, you know, got her a job, got the kids in school, you know, also any other services that we need. And it's funny because, you know, working and living in the community, you know, sometimes I see them, you know, and they don't see me, but I see them, you know what I'm saying? And I see them being, you know, prosperous, you know what I'm saying? Mom has a new car, she just bought a house, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that is what does it, because, you know, they don't know I see them, but I see them, you know what I'm saying? And I don't need any credit for how I helped them out. But I know I did that, and I knew that it made their life better, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, stuff like that is what really makes it worth it. So, you know.
That's for sure. Hey, my next question for you is, if there's someone out there, so thousands of people listen to this, right? If there's someone out there that's working a job and they're doing the right thing, they're following their purpose, but they're frustrated. They're frustrated because the people that they're working with, they're not progressing to the level that they like them to progress, or they're frustrated because they don't have the kind of money that they would have if they were doing something else, right? Like what would you say to them, the people that are close to burnout? What would you say to them?
Like I said, just, you know, keep on the path. You know, I think that if you keep doing what you're doing now, you know, obviously you have to be proactive in, you know, doing, if you do want to grow, you have to work towards growth. But, you know, at the same time, I think, you know, because I've been in that situation, you know, I've been applying for jobs and, you know, it's not necessarily working. But I think that truly, if you keep doing what you're supposed to do and you keep grinding it out, you know, it's all going to come back and it's all going to, you know, pay out, you know what I'm saying? And it might not be exactly when you want it, but, you know, throughout my life, I think I've been blessed to, you know, sometimes you're just in a situation, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't know you were going to be put in this situation, but you're at the right place at the right time, you know what I'm saying? And it works out for you. You know, it's not necessarily anything you did, but I really do think that, you know, you doing what you're doing what you're supposed to do. And, you know, I truthfully believe that it pays off. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Now, I got two more questions.
I got you.
The second to last question. Have you ever been in a situation where you needed help and you had to ask somebody for help and you had to trust someone else? What was that situation and how did you get through?
Do you mean on a personal level or more like a work?
Personally, yeah.
Well, you know, like I said, thankfully I've been blessed to have a strong family, you know, on either side. You know, and I've called you many a time, especially when I was getting through college and, you know, the stuff that we went through, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that especially what everybody's going through right now, you can't be afraid to reach out to somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Because life is hard. I don't think life was ever supposed to be just you and you alone working through stuff, you know what I'm saying? I think you have to have the courage to say, I need help in this situation, and hopefully you have a good enough system to, you might have a few people that you can reach out to, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's not always going to be easy doing it, and it's not going to be easy coming through it. But, you know what I'm saying? I think that in doing that, you're going to be able to get back on that path you need to be,
I feel you. Hey man, I know there's been multiple times where you've been there for me too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hey man,
yeah.
not just you, your brother Chandler, your brother Colin, Chris and Chad, you know what I'm saying? Like all of you guys at different times in my life, right?
Right.
It have been a phone call away or yo was across the Thanksgiving table. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
We got to share that. We got to share that moment. All right, here's my last question. Here's my last question. If I was a person that needed help,
yes,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like not what would I need to do, right? But like, how do I get myself to a point where I can trust again? Because a lot of people that you've worked with probably have had a breach in trust. Like, especially you're a man, right? And so
yeah.
home shelter with women, how do I trust you, right? Or I may have a bias towards Black people, right? How do I trust you? Or I know you're a person that ascribes to the Christian religion, right? And so how do I trust you? How does one get to a place where they can trust again?
That's a hard question. Like you said, I deal with people every day that have trust issues. You know what I'm saying? But I think in getting to a point where you can trust, I think it helps if you can see, what people are doing. If you can see their fruit, you know what I'm saying? Look for people who, hopefully you have some people. Look for people in your life that have been consistent. You know what I'm saying? I think consistency is key. Sometimes the people who I've reached out to aren't the people that, when I want to call somebody to hang out and stuff, they might not be that person that I'll have fun with, or, the people that, I'm so buddy with, but they're consistent, you know what I'm saying? And they've been consistent in my life. And, I know that if I need something, you know what I'm saying, they're going to do their best to help me out. It might not be that we're the best buddies all the time and joking it and kicking it, but they're there. You know what I'm saying? So I would say look for those people in your life that have been consistent. You know what I'm saying? And then work toward that trust. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to come overnight, but if you reach out to those people that are consistent and you working with them and reaching out to them, I think eventually you kind of get to that point to where you can trust them.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, hey, Clay, I just want you to please do me a favor. Tell the world how they can get in touch with you. Like if you have any social media handles or anything like that. Like if they have any questions about being involved in the kind of work that you do, how they get a hold of you.
Okay. Well, I'll give you my work email, I guess. Okay. My work email is cbrown2@live millennia, and millennia spelled MILLENNIA.com. So you can just shoot me an email there, and especially if you're in the greater Cleveland area, I definitely have contacts up there, with different, anything that you might need help with. I got contacts all over the place. I can normally make a call and at least get some information for you. So
that's what's up, man. Thank you for being our guest today. World, this is Nick Jackson with
Clayton Brown.
And I challenge you all, when you need help, do not be afraid to ask, because there's a Clayton out there for you. You feel what I'm saying? Have a great day. Speak love. Peace.